Today, we're going to be going over the latest and probably not greatest Rust Console Edition devblog. This is devblog number 13 for the console edition of Rust. And in this devblog, we're going to be talking about the electricity branch, a new monument coming to the console edition of Rust, and changes to the wipe schedule. If you're one of those people who takes off work the day of wipe, you might want to be paying attention because this could affect that. But it probably won't because, let's be honest, you're just lazy. Now, before we get into devlog, I've got to ask every single one of you a question. Did you know that the atoms that make up your body are the atoms of stars, or the atoms of comets, the atoms of Pluto and Mars, and even some really rank farts? So use those fart atoms to hit subscribe, and let's get into the console edition of Rust devlog number 13. Greetings, survivors. As we turn the page to 2023, we couldn't be more thrilled with the success of the Rust console edition in 2022. There's no sarcasm tag there, just in case anyone's wondering. But we're not relaxing our efforts. We have a host of new and exciting updates planned to take your Rust experience to the next level, with the first one already being tested in the public test branch since November of last year. That's what we will focus on during this devblog. And right here, I've got to stop and say this is a little disappointing to me because we all knew that Power Surge was coming out, and like it just isn't that exciting. I was hoping the devblog would have a little bit more talking about something that was promised way long ago and still hasn't come out. And I'm not talking about the electricity branch. I'm talking about community servers, which to the D11 team is basically like saying Voldemort because they don't want to talk about it, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to Power Surge. Let's start by answering the question that everyone wants to know. When will Power Surge release for the Rust Console Edition? We are excited to announce that we are aiming to release Power Surge on February 23rd with the monthly wipe. And just to remind everybody, they were aiming to release Power Surge 1 month after the release of the console edition of Rust. So like, I don't know how much, is it gonna happen? Hopefully, but like let's cross our fingers or toes and our third fingers too. This new content update will bring all the electricity features from the PTB, including the new monument that we will talk about in the next section. The next monthly wipe will also be a blueprint wipe, so everyone can have a fresh start with electricity. So that's good. We're finally gonna get a blueprint wipe. So fresh servers for everybody. Recently, we updated 1.26 on the public test branch, and so far, it's looking promising. There are a few issues that we want to address before we release it in the main branch, so expect an update over on the public test branch in the middle of February. So basically, if the update on the public test branch goes well, they're going to be releasing the electricity branch to the main game. And if it doesn't go well, we're probably going to have to wait a little bit longer for electricity, but let's be honest, most of us have been waiting almost 2 years for this, so like another month, it is going to suck, but it is what it is. I don't think anybody's going to be too surprised. Power Plant. Power Surge introduces a new monument called Power Plant. The interesting thing about this is they've accidentally introduced this monument, well, many times. Like, they literally just accidentally introduced it last month. To tackle this new challenge, it's advised that you take a hazmat suit, as some of the buildings contain radiation, as well as a green card, a blue card, and a fuse that you will need to complete the main puzzle room. Also, if anyone's wondering, I do have a power plant run guide, so make sure to check that out. It's actually a pretty popular guide, and I think I did a pretty good job of it. The area covered by this monument is extensive, and loot can be found all around, like in the abandoned train cars, pipes, the underground tunnel system, and in the surrounding building. There's also plenty of utility in the vicinity with 3 recyclers, 2 oil refineries, 2 repair branches, 1 research table, and a pump jack that you can use to create some crude oil while you jack it in real life. This new mid-tier monument is risky as it is highly contested by other players, and the added radiation doesn't make it any easier. But if you manage to conquer you and get the loot, it will be extremely rewarding. So yeah, basically it's like a mid-tier monument. It's going to be run probably early game, and by late game, a lot of the really good PvP players are going to have moved on to stuff like cargo ship and oil rigs. So this is really good for those of you who actually aren't like super into Rust, but you want a new monument to run, and you're more like a sort of like mid to casual player. It's still actually a good monument. It's a really solid monument. I've had wipes on the PC version Rust where I just focused on the power plant, and they've been really successful. So honestly, I do recommend you check this monument out if it's on your server right now, or if it's going to be on your server in the February wipe. So now, new wipe schedule and BP wipe. Starting this week, February 2nd, we will have a new wipe schedule. It's just a 30-minute shift compared to the old version, but we need to make this change to make the wipes more smooth. In the last 2 wipes, we've seen a huge influx of players all at the same time, and this can cause some issues. That will stop players from being able to join the game. So this weekly wipe onwards, expect the wipe times to be at 6:30 p.m. UTC instead of the usual 6 p.m. UTC. Now, I really don't understand this because moving it 30 minutes back, I don't know what that's going to do. Are they hoping that people are going to have a bedtime and not make it online? Are they hoping that people aren't going to call in sick for work to do wipes? Are they hoping that people that live in their mom's basements are suddenly going to get jobs and decide to do something crazy like become productive members of society? I think not. Whatever problems they're having at 6 o'clock, I think they're still going to have them at 6:30. Anyways, we hope you are all excited for what's to come. The next monthly wipe is going to be massive, and we cannot wait to see the new amazing base designs you all come up with once Power Surge is available. Have a good wipe, everyone. So yeah, basically to sum this all up, for those of you who skipped to the end, congratulations, you found it. So yeah, basically we've got the power plant monument coming up. Wipe times have been moved up by 30 minutes, which I guess that's supposed to help with something or other. I really don't understand that, and I'm a developer, so that one's confusing to me. And they're going to be releasing the electricity branch, hopefully, with the February wipe. So yeah, this is basically everything we expected, and they're officially releasing the power plant instead of accidentally. So yeah, until next time, peace.